Hello, it's Hani from Hanielas here. Welcome to today's cookie decorating tutorial here on Hanielas. In today's video, we're going to make 3 decorated cookies. 2 of those are spider cookies, not so creepy spider cookies. I think these are really cute. And one is going to be a spiderweb cookie with a stenciled spider design on the top. So without further ado, let's get started with today's project. Before you can begin with the decorating, you need to bake the cookies and prepare royal icing. I have both recipes here on my YouTube channel, and printable versions are available on my blog, hanielas.com. We're going to start by making the eyes first. So I'm using my handy template. I've got the template in a protector sheet, and I'm piping directly onto the protector sheet. I'm using about 25-second consistency royal icing here, and all of the icing that I'm using to make the eyes should be about the same consistency. Now we've got the sclera, and now let's make the iris, and then we're going to make the pupil. So I'm going to use my scribe tool using kind of like a sewing motion, making sure that the purple sinks into the white, and now we can add the black. And then for the reflection, I'm just going to pick up a small dot of icing straight off the piping bag using my scribe tool. That way you have more control and you can see where you're placing the dot. You want to place the reflection dot just on the edge of the black. Now, those of you who are experiencing excessive cratering in your royal icing, here is a little tip. You can pipe a small amount of icing onto the acetate, let it crust, and then make the eyes. This way the icing that is crusted, the icing that is underneath, acts like a support, so your icing is not going to sink and you won't have the cratering or dimpling in your icing. And again, I'm going to repeat the same steps using wet on wet decorating technique, starting with the purple iris, black pupil, and white reflection. Obviously you can use different color. You don't have to use purple. You can use green is also nice. Neon green is particularly nice for Halloween, or bright orange, or even red. Be creative. And now with my scribe tool, smoothing the icing, and then we can add the black dot in the middle there, in the center of the purple iris. And let's not forget the reflection. After you're done making all the eyes, you need to let these dry overnight. It's best to place them on a flat surface, flat tray, and just forget about them for 8 to 12 hours. And then once the icing is dry, you can remove these from the acetate and use them on your project, or store them pretty much indefinitely until you are ready to use them. Aren't these cool? I love how these turned out. So now we're going to make the first cookie, and this is the spiderweb one. This is a classic. So I'm using purple royal icing, 15-second consistency here, outlining, and we're going to fill the whole cookie with this lovely purple. If you're still struggling with finding the purple straight from a bottle of food coloring that you like, you can also try using electric pink and electric blue or sky blue food coloring. For many years, and even to this day, I often use this combination to make the purple I like. And now again, using wet on wet decorating technique, I'm piping white circles onto the wet purple. You can see the white is sinking in, so it should be about 15-second consistency. And now with a scribe tool, you want to run the scribe tool through these white lines, creating the spiderweb pattern. What you cannot see on the screen is that I'm wiping the tip of the tool after each time I run it through the icing. Once you are done with creating the spiderweb design, you need to let the icing dry overnight, and then we can create stenciled pattern on the top. So this is my handy stencil here, and I'm just going to place it on top of the cookie, keep it in place. And I'm going to use black royal icing here, and you can see my icing is not runny. It's actually pretty thick, like a medium thickness icing, piping consistency or around there. You don't want to use icing that is too runny because it tends to run underneath of the stencil. And now to add some shine, I'm adding gold luster dust in a pump, using my pump to spray the dust onto the icing. And this is what it looks like. Now let's do this one more time. So again, I'm placing the stencil on top of my cookie, keeping it in place and spreading the icing across like so in even layer, and then we're going to spray it with gold luster dust. I love using this pump. It is amazing. I've been using it on all the cookies lately. It is addictive. And now let's lift this up and see what's underneath. And to finish this design, we can add a border, and this border, it's going to be dusted with sanding sugar. So you want to use the sanding sugar right after you pipe the border. I'm using about piping consistency royal icing here, and I've got my piping bag fitted with number 2 piping tip. And I'm going to use purple sanding sugar, which goes well with the purple icing underneath. And there. It's really important that the spider design is dry before you add the outline and sanding sugar. Otherwise, sanding sugar is going to stick to the spider. And now, with all this talk about spiders, let's make some spiders. So I'm starting with 15-second consistency black royal icing, outlining the middle section here, and then filling it right away with this lovely dark black icing. If you're struggling with black royal icing, I hear this quite a lot, I suggest letting your icing rest overnight and even for several days. The color deepens and darkens over time, so you don't have to use excessive amounts of food coloring. And you can also find some useful tips on how to color black and red royal icing on my blog. Let the icing dry, and now we're going to create some texture. This is also used on animal cookies like bears, teddy bears, or if you want to make a fox or something like that, you can use this technique to create like a fur texture. So I'm spreading some icing across, and now with my round paintbrush, I'm just dabbing the icing. It's really important that the icing is thick enough so it's able to hold the texture design. If it's too runny or if you add too much icing on there, it may be difficult to create this texture efficiently. And now again, here I go with the gold luster dust in a pump. And now we can add the legs. So I'm adding legs using piping tip number 2, and my icing is it's thicker consistency. It's thick consistency royal icing here, and you can see I'm making the legs in 2 steps. And as you guys know, spiders have 4 legs, so we're going to try and fit 4 legs on each side here. And then I'm going to fix the spikes here at the end with my paintbrush. And now we need to repeat this on the other side. I am not too worried about these legs to be super straight. I actually want to have some bulkiness in there. You can see I'm not lifting the piping tip above. Usually I would recommend that you lift the piping bag about 45 degrees above the surface to get a really nice straight line. Here I don't think it really matters that much. To attach the eyes, I'm using white royal icing, and you want to gently push that on, and there you have it. So this is the first of the spiders. I don't think they are that creepy. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. In this second design, we're going to use this pretty spiderweb stencil. I secured my stencil into a stencil holder, and now we're going to stencil the spider, the black section. Again, I'm using, you can see my icing is pretty thick, about piping consistency or slightly thicker is fine, and then spread it across the black section here. Don't worry about if you are spreading it and it's not covering all the black area, it's perfectly fine. Now again, I'm adding the gold with my pump here, and we're going to remove the stencil. And look at this cool design. I love it. Now, those of you who don't have a stencil holder, you can also use magnets and secure your stencil with magnets in each, place the magnets in each corner, and then you can spread the icing across. I'm sure you noticed there is some excess icing around the edges, so it's really important to remove this icing before it dries. So you need to do it right away. Or if you wait a couple minutes, it's fine, but don't wait like 2 hours for it, because it will, once it dries, it's pretty much impossible to remove before chipping it. So I'm using my 2-in-1 tool. You can also use a small palette knife for this, and you can just remove all the excess icing like so, and clean up the edges. Alright, almost done. We're going to attach the eyes. So again, I'm adding a little bit of white icing on the back here and gently press that onto the cookie. Before you do the legs, make sure that the stencil design is dry. Reason behind this is because we're going to be adding sanding sugar, and I only want the sanding sugar to stick to the legs. So if your purple stencil design is still wet, sanding sugar is also going to stick to this design. So it's important that the design is dry, and then you can make the legs. And I'm using number 2 piping tip and thick icing to pipe the legs. And I'm using purple sanding sugar. If you don't have purple sanding sugar, you could use other colors. I think black would be nice, or white. And there, so here are another spider cookies that I think they're not so creepy. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified about my new uploads. And also every week on Wednesday I go live here on YouTube and also Facebook, and we do live cookie decorating sessions, and I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.